very season. Everything around me moving, like bachata. Usher told me do it my way, Frank Sinatra. Been a shotter, been locked in with my cotas. Now I got them raving how I'm big on lines. Hello, Denata. Sheesh. Oh, God, I'm a dog, bro.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second and a couple.
Hey, catch that. Street.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion,
there he goes left side. Javonte Williams, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, 60 yards. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake, here's Willis. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense...
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early match. Brandon, first of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Willis is, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
What a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in Week 1. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Stevens to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Second down and a yard. Stevens setting up to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Throwing is Stevens. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Ja'Cory Bennett has it, and the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Out to his left. And this one too low. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. That's taken at around the 40. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over first and 10.
At the Raiders' 49-yard line.
Let's go now.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And some room to work. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Stevens. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Williams again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams. Already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point safely through. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Across midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. In motion right goes Adams. Here's a quick throw completed by Willis. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs. And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Willis to throw on second. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Riley Moss. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
On second down, Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Willis on 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now Stevens. That is incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Stevens. It's Williams on the catch. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. Back to throw again. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. Javonte Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it. I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Again to throw, Willis on second down. And that's complete to Adams. He's into space past the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And incomplete on the deep ball. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now a 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
3rd down and 6. 3rd down, it's Willis. He lets it go deep for Mayer. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Mayer, 56 yards. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Raiders 17.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut in. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20, Javonte Williams. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Javonte Williams, 75 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
That was a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Back to throw, Willis. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Hey, check that.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the option to give to Williams here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw on third down, Stevens. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Here's Riley Dixon now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Seven Pirates.
On first down, Willis. To the sideline and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, it's Willis. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bailey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Willis out of the gun. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
19, Tiger, 19.
Second down, Willis looks to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. And now an audible here into something else. They'll run with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 211 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to Mims. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. The busy night continues for Williams. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Javonte Williams. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Javonte Williams, 56 yards. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And the razzle-dazzle not going to work out. And they're just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Willis to throw. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead, the effort hasn't lost one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they got to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Willis got to have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. The 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And they'll run again. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Play action, here's Willis. Going for the deep ball. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw, Willis. Open man is Myers. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. To the air on first down, here's Willis. He's going to look deep down the field. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Here's 2nd and 10. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Willis will look to throw it. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Willis's pass. Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Get it.
And they will take a knee here.
Okay, break.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee. This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward.